we're gonna class trial. Now, if you don't remember, the victim were Kiyotaka, Ichimaru, and Hifumi. I want to say Yamada. I forgot what Hifumi's last name was. I want to say it was Yamada for some reason. I think his last name started with Y or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna check the stream on my phone to check the like sound quality and everything. Okay. I'm trying to check on I'm trying to check the stream on my phone. Just test the sound quality. I don't know what's going on with it. I think the sound quality's okay, I guess. That's done and over with. Let's start actually playing Danganronpa 3. Third class trial for Kiyotaka, Ichimaru, and Hifumi. Again, I want to say Yamada, but I don't know. Okay, there's 30 save slots. I'm on 23rd. Why did I save it like this? All these slots is up one save file. Oh my god. Anyway, we're just about to get into the class trial. So let's go ahead and just load the game up for us. Here we are about to approach the big red trial room door. Then down to the elevator into the courtroom. And here is everyone. We've already gotten pretty small now. Look at all this. We just have Toko, or right now Genocide Jill, Celeste, Kyoko, Yasuhiro, Asahina, Sakura, and Byakuya. Oh, and Makoto, of course. And we're about to lose another. So we're pretty small here, like pretty small group now. Everyone had heard Makuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. At least we don't have to worry about Taka yelling at us because we're late. And as soon as, even as what did he call himself yesterday during this, yesterday Taka called himself Kyondo, I think it was. Yeah, he called himself Kyondo. Even Kyondo chastised Makoto for, about being late. And as soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
Hello! Damn, there's two of them now. Ah, he's multiplied?
Wrong!
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because I'm an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along. You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
I'm not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone's ready, I'm here, ready. So if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, or elevator. See you guys down there!
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet. Yeah, right now, Yasuhiro Hagakure, right now or Hiro, right now he is the prime suspect for killing, Hifumi and Taka.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You gotta pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it, for serious. Yeah. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then we've seen we have our culprit. Ah!
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that had lost their lives. Wow, I can't English. I love how in Taka's discovery picture thingy, and when they found both bodies in the repository, or like the little side closet in the art studio, I love how Makoto's just like standing in the background like, what the hell? The one who killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed two of our friends. Wait, actually, now that I think about it, I can check the report card. Oh, it was Yamada! Oh my god, the one who killed... Okay, the killer is... someone right here. Yeah, don't point fingers. Oh my god, this just reminds me of the first trial. Yo, Taka told no one... Yeah, Taka said, told everyone not to, like, immediately accuse Makoto, and then he's just like, okay, let's get on the elevator so we can determine Makoto's fate. Like, dude. Okay, someone right here. Kyoko, your thoughts?
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. Okay, let's go to the elevator. Take one walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. Oh my god, this is so small, look at this! The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. Look at how small it is! Oh, Byakuya just in the back. It's like... I don't know why that's funny to me, it just is. There was no going back. Until we settled this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel face. Oh, I see all of you gathered together. Well, I see all of you gathered. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Wait, why? Why are you making us do such cool things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. Oh, please.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm going to start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Makoto, do you guys do this every single time? A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. Makoto, you literally say this every single class trial. I don't think the protagonists in the other games say that. Say this over and over again. Or like have a specific phrase to say over and over again. Okay, well, in Danganronpa V3, the protagonist might, but I don't know about Hajime in the second game. Okay, a deadly class trial. We get it, Makoto. You can shut it now. Well, obviously. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna start over. Okay, wait. Can I change my settings on this? Oh my god, I want to change it so I could have... Oh my god. always activate all of my skills. Pretty sure everyone does that. Okay, finish preparation. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Is it really that straightforward though, Celeste? Is it?
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Says the serial killer. Says the ultimate murderous fiend. Isn't Genocide Joe the ultimate murderous fiend? I want to say ultimate serial killer, but I think that's like the actual title. I don't know why it matters, but it just does. Yeah, I'm writing prodigy and murderous fiend. I don't know why I keep checking these random stupid things.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Poor guy. Okay, seriously though, it better not. Oh my god, Byakuya or Asahina says something like, I don't know, isn't an answer. I'm gonna smack the shit out of them. I might actually punch my TV. Because, I mean, come on, let's face it. I don't know is the realest answer there is. If more people just admit that they don't know, the world would probably be a lot better. Most people would say that it'd be a lot stupider, but it'd be a lot more truthful. It'd be a lot better. Is Hiro really the killer, or... Yeah, Makoto, put that brain of yours to use. With their 2 brain cells. Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Okay, yeah, I have to, like, use the action difficulty. I want to change that so, like, I could have, like, the pink lettering, the white noise.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Yeah, I don't have the white noise, those pink
I
letters.
don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Oh! I mean... The blueprints! The blueprints!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are...
Take that,
No,
Celeste! Yes! Yes!
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints? Take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
You can't say it. You should have just said after it disappeared. Monku was
The
over there.
handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Yeah, you know, interesting fact, I said this in the last episode too though, in the anime, or actually it's Danganronpa the animation, which is basically the animated series for the first Danganronpa game, V1, Trigger Happy Havoc, that we're playing right now. It actually says that Yasuhiro has super messy handwriting, but in the actual game, he actually has like ultra neat handwriting, because I guess his parents tricked him into thinking that if he had bad penmanship, he'd get haunted by a ghost or some shit.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Yeah, and, I mean, come on, Yasuhiro's a total dumbass. You wouldn't have thought of that.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
He admits it. At least he's self-aware.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Thank you, Byakuya. You're not a total bitch for one.
What?
Yeah, Shiko. Everyone's...
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Damn! What? Okay, him and Kyoko both do this. They know the answer, but they make Makoto say it. Why? Why can't they say it themselves? Take some honor for themselves or some shit. Make impression or some shit. Or go to someone else, make them say the answers. Why Makoto? And of course he passes it off to me. Even Makoto himself sees it. Sees the pattern.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
It was the Illuminati. No,
I got it!
It was Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Hiro's not the killer, but he was in the suit. That's the conclusion they've reached so far.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
You just... Byakuya! You just said you didn't think he was guilty!
That doesn't make any sense! You just said Hiro didn't do it!
Byakuya! Stop being a total asshole!
It
Oh my
makes
God.
perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Thank you, but can you stop being a damn prick?
So what you're saying
Actually
is...
explain what you're saying, and stop just being silent and a total asshole, or passing it off to Makoto.
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Hell yeah.
What? Now that's a bold assumption!
Oh damn.
And what
She's actually
reason do you
done.
have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Don't pass
Of
it off to me.
course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
He's a prick. Isn't that what it's called? A prick? A know-it-all, thinks they're the bots of everything. Thinks they know how to do everything. I don't know, it's just some word I've heard on The Walking Dead. I don't know.
All things have a proper order.
Oh damn!
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Oh, that's so easy.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Okay, well I know what it is, but if he thinks he's so famous and deserves so much credit for everything and deserves to be like the boss and like tell everyone what to do, he should just tell him. Oh my god.
I got it!
Yes. One more thing. That's this.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Huh? What's with the
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
And the tarp.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Why would you think we're mistaken, Celeste?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yes! We have evidence! Remember there's like a pool of blood from Taka in the equipment room and there's like tire marks where like someone wheeled the dolly out. some blood got on the tire.
That dolly was
Or
made
wheel.
specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Damn. Oh my god.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Ow.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Damn! You just trust Makoto. That's my job. Wow, I've never had anyone stand so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what the truth bowl is called so I remember. It was this one, right? Yeah. Equipment room bloodstain. Just so I know what it's called. Figure it out. Oh, this?
You have it wrong! I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
I can't
You
tell
have
if
it
I'm
wrong.
doing good or bad.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your
Am I
worst.
doing good or bad?
You
I think
miserable
I'm
wretch.
not sure.
You miserable wretch. Lies will get you nowhere.
I forgot what badass was it.
You have it wrong.
Oh jeez. Oh my god. X. This whole time I've been hitting R1 like an idiot.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Failed. Yep, I was doing garbage. If no one believes me, no one wants to hear what I have to say. And basically, it's calling me a loser. They all think I'm the killer for no absolute reason.
I refuse to give up yet.
Yeah. Not at all. I'm just gonna be a lazy ass and try to figure it out on my own, even though I'm totally dumb.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere.
I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You miserable wretch! Lies will get you nowhere! You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
How? Okay, never mind. Jeez. This is irritating. Oh my god, okay, maybe I do have to listen to that tutorial thing.
I refuse to give up yet!
Oh damn, I just noticed how he has to stand next to Sayaka's, dead body sign thing. Yikes. Oh, and Hifumi. Let's talk about reloading. Start with this. Wait a minute, start with starting this next full-time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on them and pressing triangle won't be enough. Now it'll cost you one bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the square button. I haven't been paying attention to any of this shit. Damn. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the square button in time with the tempo marker. Are those what those white dots are? Oh wow, I never understood this mini game. I still don't. Basically, just remember square. Okay, square is reload. X is to lock on a statement, and then triangle for everything else. Okay, thank you, tutorial. I should have read that from the start. Oh my god, I'm dumb.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong.
Oh no, I'm losing life. I'm guessing.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
You miserable wretch. You have it wrong.
I guess since she's almost out of health.
I cannot agree.
Final strike.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
I forgot. Oh my god, I'm so done.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
Eat your heart out, Celeste.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then... what kind of robot is it?
Hina! Oh my god, no! That's not the focus here.
I'm not sure that really matters.
Yeah, Sakura.
I'd be happy to
Sakura
explain
thought-
why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Oh yeah, cause if you remember correctly, then yeah, here it is. No one but Yatsuhiro could possibly fit into the suit. In addition, anyone wearing it, you couldn't bend at the waist. Now, hang on, where is it? Shoot, I don't know what I forgot. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Basically, they couldn't bend it at the waist down. And, as you can see, the dolly doesn't have handles, so you'd have to bend down and, like, I guess push her with your foot? Meaning, the wearer couldn't possibly have killed him. If you look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear as a person. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I think.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Bitch, back off!
No, that's wrong!
I don't know why you're like laughing like that.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Flashback?
What do you mean?
Flashback.
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Flashback. There it is. I'm as blind as a bat in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that.
Well, what's to
Shoot, transcript, seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Joseph Jill's actually disagreeing with him. Wow. There's absolutely no chance that, Alright, you can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
Flashback! I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't even take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
No! Plus, we all have to help him take apart the suit, so...
Of course I wasn't making it up.
Yeah, and
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect him.
Yeah, why did he do that?
Yeah, that's right!
Unless the killer was trying to pull some reverse psychology thing by having them be caught as the main suspect, and then giving perfect reason to prove them innocent, so they wouldn't be as, like, highly suspected anymore. They should still be a suspect, of course, but they're gonna be, like, on the least suspected list.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
Isn't that what Asahina just said?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Right, the last photograph.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Girl, you're gonna keep dragging this picture?
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
She's gonna keep pulling the
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
That doesn't prove anything. How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice, so that's why I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Why are you so... Why is she so, like...
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hina...
Hold on a second!
Back off.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yeah, listen to Kyoko.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Yeah, right. If you don't remember, then Kyoko was actually gone during the whole rush of the murders.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
You know, it must be pretty depressing to sit in that courtroom with two pictures of dead people on each side of you. I mean, isn't that
And
how
as soon as we
Makoto is,
split
like,
up, Kyoko went
Sayaka
missing.
Like Sayaka and Hifumi on both
Soon
their
after
sides,
that,
so.
Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Oh, and Taka had to stand like next to Junko's picture and Sayaka's. So that must be so
It
depressing.
seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice.
It's so weird hearing her say that.
It also
name.
soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something move around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Such wrong. That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was walking the stairs, so we headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is back home. We gotta go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
Yep.
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Yep. But just forgot her. This can't be happening. Are we listening on this?
That now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Honestly, the trials are the best part of the game.
And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
After that,
I think that about covers it.
After that, though, a second body discovery announcement was played. But they already discovered both bodies, right?
I see.
Huh.
The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Yeah, Kyoko didn't know what was going on at all, so, because she wasn't there when all this was happening. But since she was at the dining hall this morning, she has an alibi.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Okay, let's do this bullcrap. Come on, file.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh shoot, well,
Shoot!
where's the conclusions there? I got excited, sorry.
So, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was... We already know what order they... Taka came last.
Are you sure?
What makes you say that?
They even talk
Because
about
of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Damn it!
Shoot!
Sorry, you got trigger finger, I guess.
So,
Good bullet,
regarding
Taka's... I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say...
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Yeah, obvious. Wait, what? Justice Hammers were numbered, but... Okay.
So, regarding Taka's death,
You can't pick any other good bullets, so what am I
I
supposed to
wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Yeah, let me just check what it actually says this. Victim was Hifumi. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ichimaru. The cause of death each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Sakura's down, you know
Because
that.
of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay, well then...
So,
I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh my god, tried the other one, it didn't work. Oh my god, this game just wants to kill Makoto. Is
So,
that it?
I wonder if... Or
Yeah.
perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What
No, I
makes you
missed
say
it.
Because
That
of the
was
number.
it.
It's true that he
So it's
while
right,
Taka's
but
death.
it missed-
See? So it's obvious Taka came...
Okay, bitches need to back off.
So, I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in.
Well, I don't know how to change. It won't let me change my truth ball, so I'm screwed then.
So, regarding Taka's death,
What? This is a pain in the ass. If you choose the wrong truth bullet, or the wrong statement on truth bullet, you will take damage. If you're not here, that will be the end of the case. Let's determine how much concentration you can do. By holding down R1, you can concentrate and slow down time. Fast forward, weak spots, truth bullets, slowing. Wow,
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already
that's not
know
only
what
good
order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed while Taka's death came from a...
See?
You won't let me open
So
the
it's
truth
obvious
bullet,
Taka came
cylinder thingy in
after.
the corner, so it just told me or something.
I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was... We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say...
Because of the numbering of the justice hammer.
It's true that
Oh
Hifumi
my
was
god,
killed while Taka's
irritating
death...
shit.
See? So it's obvious Taka came... So,
It's
I
just
wonder if...
full
Or
graphics
perhaps it was...
time.
We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say...
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
That's wrong. The other one's wrong.
Shoot!
And I'm about to die.
So, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say...
Because of the
It's true that Hifumi while Taka's death came...
See? So it's obvious Taka came...
Ultimately boring, huh?
So, I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Oh my
What
god,
makes
I
you
keep
say-
missing
Because
it.
of the number...
It's true that Hifumi while Taka's death...
See? So it's obvious Taka came... So,
Or you can-
I wonder if... Or perhaps it was
Or you
after.
could
We
just
already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, this is so unfair. What the hell? That's the only truth bullet it'll let me use. And those are the only two statements, so, and they're both wrong, so what the hell am I supposed to do?
Shoot!
And I'm dead. Failed. Get it. I get it.
I refuse to give up yet!
You get it. Yeah, your son's firing. Whatever. Oh my god. Is your argument? Oh, my truth bullet gives me. Maybe my
so,
disc is correct?
regarding Taka's...
Hold up, I need Google. I don't get it. This is irritating as hell. Those are it only lets me have the Makima file 3, and those are only two statements, but they're both wrong. How does that make sense? It doesn't. Oh my god, this is irritating as hell. Y'all saw that, right? Come on. You guys definitely saw that. There are only two statements. It gave me one bullet. And both of them were wrong. I think my disc may be scratched a little. But is that really it? Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry. Well, hi. Oh my god. Oh my god! How am I supposed to do that? Apparently I'm supposed to, I remember this, specifically from the last class trial. What's happening? Oh, we're in the beginning of the third class trial, and my game is being an asshole. Oh my god.
Death.
I forgot the damn controls! Wait, is it in here? Character talking, some text may appear in yellow. This is the weak spot. Potential lie or contradiction. Little weak spots. No, that doesn't have it. I'm supposed to figure out how to absorb them. Oh my god. I don't know what we would do without Google. I have to look at the stupid control for this now. Oh my god. Now I have to Google the damn thing. Jeez. I have to Google this damn shit. And that's no help. Jeez. Oh my god. Why is this taking so long? Okay, well that's not even the right one. Oh my god. All I'm looking for is the controls, and I can't even find. All I need is the name of a stupid button. But no, that's illegal apparently to just have like a giant X or something. Don't make me have to figure it out. That's just gonna be a waste of lives. Fine.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Oh wait,
or
do I have
perhaps
to hold
it was
triangle
after?
maybe?
We already know Taka came
What makes you say?
because of the numbering of the justice.
It's true that
I figured it
Hifumi was
out.
killed while Taka's death.
See? So it's
Figured it
obvious
out.
Taka came
Finally.
after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Do we?
No, that's wrong.
Do we?
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Exactly.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Yeah, I got trolled.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order,
And y'all fell for it.
but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Exactly.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Exactly. Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that... Wait, there's something that relates to what time he was... Oh, I know this! He had a broken wristwatch! Oh my god, it's gonna make me do Hangman's Gambit. Shit. Get wristwatch. There.
Now I understand.
Oh my god. It's weird playing the first
I
trial
got
after
it.
playing the
Taka's
the first one.
wristwatch.
It's weird playing in the first game after I've been playing in the third game. off
See?
camera.
Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey you, how long were you gonna keep us waiting? Even Kyondo, that's I guess what he called himself as this whatever Taka Mondo hybrid he became. He called himself Kyondo. Even Kyondo is gonna yell at us about being late and stuff. Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started pointing at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
Uh-huh.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Exactly. That's why the Monokuma file doesn't actually say the time of death. Because that would kind of give away a bunch, spoilers, so.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Yikes. And now everyone's a suspect again.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Yeah. So then it's kind of like... So now they can kind of start to assume maybe there's a possibility of there being 2 killers. Actually, but I don't... Do they actually do
That's
that
right.
then?
With him, at least, we're all safe.
Except Hifumi, of course. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we gotta go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Don't go suspecting Kyoko. Don't you dare.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
You're so stupid!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it have been near the body?
Don't just go making stuff up!
Oh, we have a special guest. Making Chloe. But because my sister and grandma are gone again, so now she's lonely. Chloe, you wanna say hi? And I think she just tried to lick the mic.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And Chloe's leaving.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
She was
Even if she
unconscious.
could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Yeah.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their body. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
Don't go suspecting Kyoko.
So what now, Kyoko?
This time, Makoto gets to pass on the explanation.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
You have to solve how the crime was done. Then you can point fingers at whoever could have done it, whoever's eligible.
So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Thank you, Kyoko.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
This one's gonna blow y'all's minds.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
we could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and out, in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time. It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third...
Okay, stop rubbing his weight in his face. That's what to the dead. How much does he actually weigh? 342 pounds. Okay, you still shouldn't rub it in his face though. Such a disrespectful towards the dead.
In that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Stop saying things are impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
That's kind of Kyoko's thing.
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Exactly, yes! Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
Yes.
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is... we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Yeah, I mean, remember when he woke up? Like, he woke up after he was dead. Like, Hifumi, like, Hina ran over towards the body and she's like, kind of like just holding his head, I guess. And she cried, her tear landed on his face, and boom, he woke up. So weird.
He was alive?
Uh-huh. I just noticed, look at her shorts. Oh my god. Okay,
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Yep.
But I mean,
look,
we found his
on her
body.
Shorts, oh damn
he
it,
was
her
dead.
hand's covering it now. On her shorts has like a white, it's white, not red, but it's like Monokuma's eye.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Why isn't it possible? The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Oh, whoops, sorry. Hold it! Stupid! Ah! Broken wristwatch.
Are you saying...
Sorry. Sorry, I have a cat. There's a kitten in here. I'm just being incredibly needy. Chloe, you wanna say hi? No? Okay.
saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
No,
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Yeah.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Whoop, I'm dumb.
Shoot!
Nope, I'm dumb. Whoops, whoops.
Are you saying that when we first... there's a chance you...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that.
Surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
No!
Shoot!
Plus, you know, that's just dumb anyway.
Are you saying that when we first... there's a chance you...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body to Hifumi's dead body, and that is...
Are we really... Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Okay, no, then... Okay, then what am I supposed to do here? Hang on. Okay, yeah, here. Yeah, it says it all in the transcript. I probably have to do that absorb thing again. Still alive? No, he was dead. How do you know that when you said body has been found? Oh, I have to get Kyoko's statement and shoot at Celeste, I think.
Shoot!
Okay, I'm dumb.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body that Hifumi's dead, and that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that.
Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body had been...
Back off!
No, that's wrong!
Yes!
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Exactly.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Yeah. And if you think about it, there was another announcement in the repository after they rediscovered the body.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
No, he would have said so.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
Yeah, you see, like, how his eye on the black side of his face, like, that red eye. I don't think that's, like, where
But
his
what
eye
I
would be.
can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
Find a dead body.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
But he did.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Ow. The first time I played was when we in the equipment room. The second time was when I keep wanting to press triangle.
We heard it a
was
second time in the
V3.
repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong, ding dong. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, but you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Told ya, mind blowing if you didn't already know
Meaning
it.
he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
No!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Me too!
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
You sure about that?
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Okay, we have the proof. Because, in order to see, he would need his glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Sure?
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his
It
body
moved.
disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Wait, oh shit!
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
Calm down, Draculaura. Fumi's body was discovered in the nurse's office. I think I have to do that.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his...
It was in...
But when you compare his body before, other than the change, there was
no notable difference.
Then...
Of course not. It is impossible.
That's a statement at the beginning, I think.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
No?
Shoot!
I think do we have to do that door thing again?
Well, here's one the first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in...
But when you compare his body before...
Other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible.
This is irritating. Oh my god.
Well, here's one the first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in...
But when you compare his body before... Other than
the change in how... There was no notable difference.
Oh, that actually makes sense. There was a notable difference. A pretty important one, in fact. His glasses.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Yep.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Yep. We'd love.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository...
His glasses are clean! See that?
They were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse... I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean, and the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
That digital camera was also had also belonged to Hifumi.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Exactly.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
When they left, he ran out the door, got Taka's body, and locked them, and got themselves into the
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead...
Then why?
What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, that's right.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
I got it!
No, not himself.
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
So there were two killers. Two killers, and one of them was turned into a victim.
But that means he took part in the murders.
No, just Taka's.
I just can't believe it.
Why not? The evidence is right there, girl.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his...
Wait, is she gonna make us say it? I better check. Better look at all this. Okay, we're only gone a minute or two, that's not it. Oh no! The note Hifumi had. That's it.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his...
Hey, Kyoko also found that Chihiro was a boy.
Pants?
Yes, his pants.
Y'all don't need to keep saying it.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole, maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 p.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said...
It said 1 p.m. in the rec room. His said 6 a.m. in the equipment room.
Monokuma can't find out.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
Nope, it's a different
In other
note.
words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro.
That would be Taka.
And that person could only have been... I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
What is a
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Oh, I know what evidence we're gonna
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear,
Obviously.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Obviously. Oh my god, in the second trial when Genocide Delport appeared, she called Makoto Big Mac.
Oh, yes!
McDonald's.
Why must you ruin it every time?
Yeah. Man, turns out Jack is seriously scary, but still. Oh my god, Makoto, it's Genocide chill. I can't let her get to me. Alright, let's do this. I know exactly what we need now. Oh, nice. Oh, I guess,
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
back off. Oh shit. I'm sugar happy, sorry.
Huffy had the note! Then the person it was must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said.
What time did it...
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Back off!
No, that's wrong! No, there absolutely is a connection.
Yep. 6 a.m. is the time that was that got stuck on Taka's watch, when it got broken, and the note says 6 6 a.m. So that means that when he received the note, he went there at 6 a.m. and then was killed there.
What the hell are you talking about?
Back off.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Where his body was first found.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Yep, but you were framed for murder, and he was actually murdered.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He stole it.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Oh, I will.
I got it!
This was
when I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Stop saying when I searched the body. Kyoko's the one that told you to get the little scrap of paper out from his hand.
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Huh?
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note...
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap.
But then Makoto untook.
Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
No, he's dead!
Sorry, no.
Yeah, sorry, but no.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
I mean, he did lift his head up, but then he died right after.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
Why were you
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Oh, this is
the weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
He's actually being smart for once.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
You said it
then
was a justice
put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
This is super easy to
The
explain,
Monokuma
right?
file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Oh, Hangman's Gambit.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too.
Yeah.
And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
It is kind of annoying.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Yeah, okay. They were killed with similar weapons, but who said it was a Justice Hammer? I mean, who said it was a hammer at all? But the fractures being so similar, there's a higher resemblance.
I don't think it is
to the
possible.
hammer.
They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Uh-huh.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The answer is obvious. The answer is obvious. I mean... Shoot. Paolo's hammer, hello? One of them was found wet and had apparently been recently washed, while the random hammer found in the repository needs to be washed. Hello? Oh, well, I do need that dialogue anyway. See? Paolo's hammer, told ya.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
They don't.
How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Oh, whoops.
Shoot!
Yeah, I probably shouldn't get on
What
the,
was used to kill
ultimate
Hifumi?
murder
Was it
scene.
just
Maybe
Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers!
No,
No,
Justice
that's wrong.
It was a hammer, but not a Justice Hammer.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Not completely different. It was still a hammer.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
It was still a hammer. It's not a Justice Hammer.
Specifically, a
Oh,
hammer
the
from the
costume.
repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the
killer's
hammers
apparently
in the
put a lot of work into
repository
this.
were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Why?
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about that. There wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first. But... Oh no. Oh no, I don't know what to say now. What? Paolo's hammer. Okay, I'll probably have to do the door thing.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Okay, I think I always have to just do the door thing.
Based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
That is.
But that only really,
In this case, however, there were two murders.
based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried,
Assuming the rule holds true.
Bitch, back
No,
off.
that's wrong. Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
Yeah.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful! How could anyone be so cruel?
Easy. Breathe. That was the motive, was it not? $10 million for anyone who graduated.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Well, it depends. The effort made to convince us the 2 murders. The effort made to convince us, the 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she did not look at this, as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Yeah, they're definitely canon. Although, when you think about it like that, she's almost too amazing. You'll get what, you'll see where he's getting at eventually. Not this chapter, but eventually. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this, like, investigating dead bodies and stuff. You'll see eventually what he means by it.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now!
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debate up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's only really one person who seems to fit. What? What did it say? What does it want me to do? Let's see. Is it asking me who he admired, or I'm just gonna, no particular order, really.
Here's my answer.
Okay, I just want to.
It was Celeste.
Yep.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Nope, you're the culprit.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
Bitch, back off.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
3, 2...
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Cut that.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
There is. Is it gonna make me choose? Okay, let me see. We've used all of this. Wait, except the handbook. Yep, and then I know where this is gonna play out, which means
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
They're the only ones.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it that,
I got it!
They're the only one who...
The behavior they had in common
the,
has to do with the
Robo
suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
What?
Sorry.
Okay, did you forget technically you're all teenagers, but also like, bitch, back off. That's correct.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Wait, so you're gonna give me that sass? But you're gonna agree with me?
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Yep.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
She was the one who was first attacked. She was the one that took the picture. Hifumi was the one who was kidnapped. Celeste was the one who who always saw him like running around staircases and stuff. She was the one that suggested they split into two separate groups. She was the one that took Asahina to the nurse's office when Hifumi made his escape.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Oh, and there's this little detail too. This was, if you remember, this was when they all got into the nurse's office after Hifumi's body disappeared. No, it wasn't. It was in the nurse's office when they first found Hifumi playing dead. Oh, nope, wrong one again. I saw the shadow upstairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
she gave specific directions.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
She said since she was blocking the stairs, they ran down the hall towards the physics lab. Plus what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we gotta go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Yep.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Huh. Then why don't we split into two groups? Oh, like the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well. Then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I'll leave to capture the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Uh-huh.
And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on.
It was the signal, her partner. Hifumi!
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing.
Here it is!
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
Here it is, come on, here it is. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered. Oh. Well, this was not what I was talking about, but oh well.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Yep.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
diversion!
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Sorry, Hina.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake. Myself when you first said it, but looking back,
Here it
I can
is.
say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Here it is, here it is. I know
What are you
exactly
talking about?
I know exactly
I'm
what he's
talking about
Can we
what
just...
you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Oh, so I was right. Yeah, the body had just disappeared. So, Celeste had taken all of them from the 3rd floor to the nurse's office. That was before it was announced that Taka was also dead. Remember this. So, she should have only known that Hifumi was the only one to die. She had no way of knowing about Taka's death beforehand. I think we'll be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all gonna die here. We're going to die just like those guys did. Not that guy, as in Hifumi. Not those guys, as in more than one person. Plural. Hifumi and Taka.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so
Jeez.
strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the 4 of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
She didn't know he was dead.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Yakuza said Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? Oh shit, I think I spoiled it by explaining. I'm gonna have to absorb
All
something.
I said was... They must really be enjoying this.
Word for word.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Okay, I think maybe...
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be... We are going to die, just like those guys.
So strange!
No, that's wrong. That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
No one said a word!
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly.
Your
And
downfall,
we didn't
Celeste.
run into
Your
her until
downfall.
after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Yeah. Okay, well, I say guys, like, as in, like, multiple people, not, like, specifically boys, but, I mean, in this case, it's pretty specific.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Damn! 3, 2...
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
She's
You
about to snap.
claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
She's gonna drive, and she's gonna bring up the picture.
Then what
huh?
about the picture I took?
Call it!
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
No,
Have you so
remember?
quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Is it?
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
Yeah.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, then the only possibility is Hifumi drinking. Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture
You're
of the suspect
drinking.
dragging
Yeah,
Hifumi away.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Now, if you think that looks utterly ridiculous, now remember, if Hifumi had to drag it away, then usually, you know, it'd be like slumped over his shoulders, kind of like him dragging him kind of like on his shoulders, you know. Like whoever he was dragging away, the waist would have been bent. Here in that suit, the waist didn't bend. So it could be confused as instead of Hifumi dragging the suspect away, the suspect could have been dragging Hifumi away. Ha! You're starting to crack.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Are you gonna say we're wrong, Kyoko?
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
Yes, a hero.
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Yep. 3, 2.
Such a thing
3, 2.
is utterly impossible.
I want her to snap again. It's hilarious.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Utterly ridiculous.
Is it?
Huh?
I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Damn! Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Okay, let's get this shit over here, you dumb bitch.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Isn't it illegal to gamble under 21?
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
I mean, I
You
don't know
tried to
about
make me look like the bad
Japan,
guy.
but isn't it illegal
Like I said, ridiculous.
in America?
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Oh shoot! No! Shit! I know what I'm supposed to do. I got trigger happy.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry.
You tried to make me look
Like I said,
Oh, wait, I like
as
his
you can
voice
see
set
in the
up.
picture, if the person inside the there's no
Way they could stand up straight like
No,
that.
you made it like that.
No way!
Oh my god, I like his voice set up. It's weird. Huh?
You dressed me up in that. Then you just draped me. You tried to make me look.
Like I
sounds
said,
like a
as you can
kid.
see in the picture, if the person in there's no
No way they could stand up
No, you
No,
made it
it's
like
wrong.
that. She made the costume specifically like that. So it looks that way. Almost 2
No.
hours, wow.
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
The waist! The waist! You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. It was an oversight.
That's
It was
right.
purposely made like that.
They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Nope, that's exactly how they wanted
I'm
it.
not so sure that was a mistake.
Huh?
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
She's about to snap!
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then,
Snap already.
I suppose this is checkmate.
Oh, here it is! Here it is! You said checkmate. Here it is. Here it is!
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Yes!
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Oh no, we haven't forgotten that. Not at all. But the thing is, this game takes place in Japan, right? Now that's not really a very Japanese sounding name, is it? I mean, I'm no expert, but Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Did you say like Draculaura from Super Monster?
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Exactly.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Or maybe there's another Yasuhiro hiding in the mist?
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
No.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only
No.
making things more complicated.
No,
He
that's
did
not
say
why.
Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
Exactly.
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
The irony. Sorry, you'll get it
Kyoko,
soon.
what do you mean by that?
Makoto, you
Think
dumbass.
back
Figure
to
it
how
out.
Hifumi used to talk to us.
Uh-huh.
How did he refer to each of us?
For serious. No, that's Yasuhiro. He said people's last name. He gave everyone
I
last
got it!
name.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Huh. Why that example? Couldn't you if you use your own name or something? It's canon.
So if Hifumi
Sorry.
did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Indecent?
Incident.
Don't talk.
Yeah, just
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Yeah.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal, but he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to...
Yeah, I mean, just look here. Naegi, Shimaru, Tagami, Owada, Kuwata, Yamada, Hagakure, Mizuno, Kirigiri, Asahina, Fukawa, Ogami, Enoshima, Fujisaki. Oh wait, Celeste's last name isn't actually there. But nope, Celestial Lunenburg. Celestia Lunenburg. I've been saying Celestial Lunenburg this whole time. I've been saying Celestial instead of Celestia. Wait, the only thing that may have what's this? Oh no, that's from the free time event.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it
Seriously though,
could
if it takes
apply
place
to.
in Japan, is Lunenburg really a very Japanese sounding name?
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say?
She's about to snap
To
again.
think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Well,
Well, do I?
right now you do. Look at that sprite though. Her hair.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. And this is where our very last truth bullet comes into play. Our very last unused truth bullet.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
Yep.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
Oh, damn. Temper
How long do you
tantrum.
plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me...
Shut your mouth!
No, that's wrong.
Shut your mouth! Yeah, back off.
That's it. The handbook.
What?
What? Tack out your tongue?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
When you first got here, this handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
So, Celeste.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Celeste, obviously you don't actually have any problem with that now, do you?
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Either you have a little privacy invasion, or you get executed with everyone. That would be the options if you were innocent.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Are you gonna turn into Leon?
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Well, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Or let's do this shit. Okay, so first they met with Hifumi. I think it's this one. Let's go here. What's up with why is that back? Oh no. That, I think. Wait, no. And I think it's that. I'm seriously confused. Okay, Act 1, the killer met with Hifumi. They talked, made a deal, they'd be each other's accomplices. Act 2, they met up with Yasuhiro in the rec room. Wait, if that's what happened, then they should have had time. Should have been able to see their face. Oh, that's from the first trial. Okay, fine. I'm skipping ahead to try to figure this out. Get that out of here. Oh no, that's him pushing the cart. Oh! That's him pushing Taka's dead body. That's goes here. So, Fumi gagged him. They put him in the suit. She took a picture. Then Kyondo, or Taka, was here. Oh, that's what was in the equipment room. This is where his watch comes into play. Bitch! Then attacked him. What the fuck? Then bam. Then he wheeled. No, he didn't. He couldn't have wheeled the body off yet. Wait. What? Hold up. Oh wait, this says Oh, I'm so stupid. You back here. You back here. And that's one when he was sent to the rec room. Cause took a picture that says sick fuck, you bitch. But then he didn't wheel the body off yet. Where am I supposed to put the backpack? Camera, that's just the picture, then this is camera 2, they're in the nurse's office. Oh my god. He gets ready to play dead. And drops just his hammer at the screen. They find him dead. They find Taka at the same time. Then when he's giving a distraction, he peels off Taka's body. Then the real killer murders Mifumi. I'm confused. I still have here. Oh, I have this missing thing. Did they really get it right?
The killer is you!
I don't know about this, but
before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
It was 1 o'clock.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him,
they knocked him cold.
They drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Hey-ya! Take off this!
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Uh-huh.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Bam. Out cold.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Yeah, so the flowers. A little much. Okay, hurry it up.
Celeste!
Oh, that looks pretty
Sorry,
cool.
you lose.
Oh damn, how he just said that. Celeste, you lose. That's very specific.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Yes! That's her real name. Taiko Yasuhiro. Not Celestia Lunenberg or whatever the hell that shit is.
Taiko?
Uh-huh.
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Yay! Ooh, 80...
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
it's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. Blackened this time, the true killer who divides the whole stinking team was Celestial Moonberger, or precisely, Teiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost, but that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with the plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he was happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty. Lying. Well, she's no Kokichiyama, but... My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I don't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use... You know. I knew you figured out, Kyoko. Do you absolutely like to get Hifumi to act as my accomplice?
Indeed.
I used her. Even though it was a him, for everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing that Hifumi and Taka are both super into. Alter ego. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. Hey. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally left out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one who stole... The one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you've used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it'd disappear, I paid Hifumi a little bit. What are you doing here?
Actually...
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It was about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then...
I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
It was him! How did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her, even though it was a he. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me? God.
What?
Oh my god, he shouldn't have believed that. He's the ultimate moral compass. That was it, right? Yeah, ultimate moral compass. And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as I asked, he would show them to everyone. What the? So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, and also a crime. I know he's gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I couldn't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him!
Unforgivable!
I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna fucking kill him!
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape, you don't mean... Taka's going to try and kill you.
What?
Indeed.
And also he can escape. And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard!
Completely unforgivable!
Bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to... Can we allow him to continue these barbaric acts? Absolutely not! How could I? She...
I swear!
I just saved her!
Actually...
Then, would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. Huh? I devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The fact, the item he had on him was remarkable. Power love, even a love as twisted as that can drive people mad, it would seem. You just got me. Yeah.
I see.
I have no further, and I have another question for you. What was that strange costume? Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
Honestly, she could have gone to Taka and do the opposite. So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because they're stupid. Damn. Plus, you know, if he betrayed you and said Yasuhiro, like he did, he would have caught the blame. You guys are stupid. That's it!
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must be tough on your parents, though. Damn, I feel like I could cry.
Well.
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone gave up, I told him to say that he was seriously wounded, he was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the component. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had plans to kill him all along? Of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How could human life mean so little to you?
Well...
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya. When has she not sounded like Byakuya? Seriously though.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
That, damn, Byakuya, no comment? Then what made you take things so far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered at? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began, my only thought has been escape. Even though she was the one who muttered the words, and I quote, adaptability is survivability.
But
all you've been saying, but all along you've been saying how we have to accept living.
You little bitch!
Oh, that voice line. Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. What about Sayaka? You couldn't have hated it more than her.
You little bitch!
I want to get out. Every day it was fresh torture. And you wanna know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream, just like Sayaka did. And accepting life here would have been nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there's no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
It was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. That was it! To live in a European castle. She already dresses like some kind of gothic European princess. And that fake accent of hers. And her fake name, Celestia Ludenberg. I mean, come on. A castle? Look at all this! Look at this! This is her dream right here. I love her dress though. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve my butler/bodyguards. I love her dress though. I was going to make them all dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly authentic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, my $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream was scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh!
Are you asking me if I feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? You don't realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. Okay, once again, Junoko Kijiyama. It's not just other people. I can even form my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared.
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I do not fear death. Kill me however you like. Honestly, death is my worst fear. Like, bottom line, that's it. Like, yeah, I hate spiders. Snakes would terrify. A snake would terrify me. But death is bottom line for me. Honestly, though, I did already think of a backup plan in case I did get stuck in Danganronpa V1 or something. I already like figured out what it would be. I figured out a murder plan and, you know, just an extra plan, like to personally just ignore the killing game, just live there forever, hide in my room, like hide in my dorm the whole time, just let them kill each other. Like, I'd take place in the class trials, but other than that, I'd let them take care of all the killing and stuff. Like, I'd let the other participants kill each other, and just take place in the class trials. Then when it was down to me and someone else, as soon as it was just, us two, I'd immediately stab them or something. Yes. But, you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then,
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey!
You just get executed again. So I smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool even her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get the ball rolling. The blackened disturbs the peas and must pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yay!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone.
I like her actual voice.
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
I like her actual voice more than her accent. Here it is. So I have to go down. I'm gonna drag her by her pigtails. Nope, still gonna do the same old rope around the neck. There she is. Here it is! Celestial Lundberg, or Teiko Yasuhiro, the ultimate gambler's execution. This one doesn't have anything to do with gambling. It's more to her look, her personality, her dream. She does give off a kind of vampiric witch vibe, huh? In that statement I said that I thought was so ironic about her burning some of them alive. Now you see. It's hard to get hyped for this because of the music. The other ones are so upbeat and exciting. Just couldn't help but get hyped. I forgot how unexciting her execution was. Oh, seems like it's time to pick up. Here it is. It'll pick up. It'll pick up the pace. And there's the fire truck. Surly's gonna save her, right? As if he couldn't let the flames finish her off. Hers is pretty. Her execution is kind of lame. Pretty uneventful. In the last little flame. I like that whole giant, like, bunny skeleton weird stage thingy-majig. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but... Oh, damn! Makoto can't even pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point, I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of the regrets from the outside world. And so more people have to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. Torch? What kind of puns are you trying to pull?
Let me out of here!
What do I hear about hope? Damn, I'll throw it in the trash for all, if you just let me out of here. You don't want to be saying that in front of Makoto. Not yet, anyway.
Too bad!
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that's reality. But that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you are not responsible. How long are you gonna keep making? How long are you gonna keep make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. You said it before. Despair. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey! Hey!
So what's the deal with that?
Wah?
What's the matter?
So then,
Answer the question if you answer mine. Prepare to be shooketh.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Who
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to me?
Ooh, how
What
exciting!
do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? Mastermind did something to Kyoko. What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can just enjoy your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
Monica had disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monica already mentioned it, but what's that key Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, the key's still in the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. I mean, why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too. And because it's getting dragged along.
What?
You? Please let me go. Standing here arguing about it is just gonna draw more attention.
Goodbye.
To us. Do whatever you want. Thank you. Why are you thanking him?
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm going to go to the dining hall, okay? You know, when the murder takes place in the morning and then they spend all afternoon investigating and then spend all night either during the trial and then sleeping, they skip dinner. They're not hungry or anything.
Huh?
Hina, what are you thinking? Hina?
Okay.
Hina, yeah, just trying to forget what she just said. Everyone at the dining hall and me and Kyoko alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Good morning. It's nighttime. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon, maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please just wait a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we had this opportunity, I don't need to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what were you doing, all on your own here at the school? Like, yeah, cause, when everyone was doing all, like, with the incident with Hifumi and Taka and Celeste and Robo Justice, Kyoko was nowhere to be seen until she found Yasuhiro in the pool locker.
You...
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. This just makes me even more worried. Yeah. Worried? She's shooketh. Like, what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? She's shooketh. She is shooketh. Yes, he believes in you. Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... Oh, yay! What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believed in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Oh, let's see. Oh, whoops, shoot, wrong button. Oh, right, I can't actually walk in here. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about could really be hidden here. Now go in, and instead it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. Suddenly, as if I were being yanked in. Gushing. At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I've gone through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor, there's a storage closet. In the back of the closet, there's a secret room. So this is a secret room, but what's in here? There's a bunch of books. There's a bunch of files and what looks like a volume volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Public Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing here not covered in dust. If someone looked at it recently, I flipped through the file and my slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. The writer doesn't want us to leave. So whoever wrote that note thinks it's better to stay here and kill each other. Or at least stay here. You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I don't understand if it said like I can't leave, but you must not leave. What is this? My head feels funny. The strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I do now? What don't I do now? What don't I know? Damn! Here it is! Yes! A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The instant pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thoughts. I dragged myself back towards my room. Sorry. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. Good. Ow. The further I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. I can't see it in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there, and after that... Huh? As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. That sound was coming from the gym. You're gonna get your mind blown! Time unknown. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stranger and stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? It didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sound coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Before me there reached a battle beyond anything humanly possible. Monokuma being Monokuma and Sakura looking like Sans. Sans the skeleton. Before me there reached a... Oh. No. One side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Deal? What deal? Huh, I wonder. The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
Damn. What am I looking at? How did they not notice him? Oh my god. How did they not notice Makoto? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? The Mastermind Spy is... Chapter 3. The next generation like Santol about to Kiro. To be continued. And I think I'm gonna stop this right about there. Super Robo Justice present. And I think I'm just gonna stop the live stream here. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream here. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, so, bye.